my YouTubers and Facebookers and everybody else who's watching, maybe Vimeo too. Today is Wednesday, January 20th, 2010, and it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just shy of 1 o'clock. I think we're going to do a little bit of a how-to video. It's a very simple how-to video, so you Uber geeks out there might not be interested, but people are asking me for technical videos, so I'm doing technical videos. We're going to show you guys how to replace the video card in your computer. So, what we have here is my custom built home theater PC. It is an Intel single core Celeron 430, which is basically the same thing as a Core 2 Duo, except it's only got one core and about a fourth of the onboard cache. It's got 4 gig of memory, and inside there I believe is an NVIDIA GeForce 9400 GT PCI Express video card. Well, even only at 720p, which is what this video, well, and it supports 1080i too, this TV, it's just not giving us the gaming performance we want. So we've got a 9600 GSO that I'm going to drop in here, so stay tuned. So what do you need? Well, you need your computer, obviously disconnected. You need your new video card, and you need a Phillips head screwdriver. 99% of the cases, this is all you're going to need. Now, I will say something about static electricity, because there's going to be some Uber geeks out there who are going to go, oh, you're going to get static shock and you're going to ruin your computer. I've been working with computers for 20 years now, and I have never, not once, had a piece of equipment, a chip, memory, hard drive, motherboard, video card, never had anything damaged by static electricity. With that being said, if you want to go out and buy yourself an anti-static wrist strap or whatever, feel free, but it's not really needed. You can, if it's really cold outside and you're wearing socks and shoes, believe it or not, an old trick is to go barefoot, take your shoes off. You will reduce the risk of static shock by like 99%. Another trick to do to reduce static shock, the risk of damaging your components, is to leave your power cord plugged in and plugged into the wall, and then before you open the case, touch anywhere on the metal surface of the power supply. And you can tell, well, actually anywhere on the metal surface of the case, because the whole case is a common ground, so all you have to do is touch the case, and that'll release any static electricity you've got built up. So what we're going to do first is dismantle the case, take the cover off the case. It varies from case to case. Usually, on most cases, most cases have 2 side panels, and all you need to do is release the side panel on this side, and they usually have 2 screws, one up here and one down there. Most of the time they're just little Phillips head screws. Sometimes you're lucky and they're thumb screws like this one has, that you don't even need a screwdriver for. So this case actually happens to disassemble a little differently. I'll show you guys that. This is an Antec Soho small office, home office case. And they actually disassemble. You don't want to lose any of your screws, so put them somewhere you're not going to lose them. This one disassembles kind of weird. This one has 2 thumb screws that hold the top on, and then the top slides off, which I'm going to have to put the camera down for. we go. The top slides off and then comes off like this, and then the two sides will lift right off. Granted, all you need to do is get this side off that I'm pointing at right here. This is the side that's you're going to access everything, but if I didn't take both sides off, the other one would be flopping around. So now, here's your case, or here's the inside of your computer. As you can see, mine is a fairly modern computer, which means it has a PCI Express graphics slot. For those of you not familiar with the insides of your computer, it's very simple. Nothing to be scared of. Right up here is the power supply unit. See a bunch of wires that go all around. Big bundle of wires that go to provide power for the motherboard. Usually plugs in right there or way up here somewhere. Right here is your graphics card. You can usually tell it's your video card because it'll have a massive heatsink on it somewhere, except in really old computers. Down here I have a sound card. Most motherboards these days have onboard sound. I just have a sound card in here because it provides a little bit better sound quality. Here is a serial ATA hard drive, 120 gig hard drive. And then you'll usually have a bundle of wires down here, all these little bitty wires. You want to try not to disturb any of them because they go to things like the front panel buttons on your case, the power button, and the power LEDs and the hard drive LEDs, the lights on the front of the case. So you really want to try and not disturb any of those, and if you happen to disturb them and you get everything put back together and you can't get the power to come on when you push the power button, well, you might want to reach in here and check and make sure you didn't unplug the power switch. So, and everything in here is usually labeled very well, although you might need a magnifying glass to see it. But here we go. First thing I'm going to do is loosen the Phillips head screw that is holding this video card in. Each expansion card in your computer is usually held down with a Phillips head screw. The exact same size and type of screw that holds your case together. So now that that is done, you want to look in here. In most cases you can pull the card right up, straight up, or upwards in this way. Sometimes there's a little white retention bracket type deal that you need to push on. You'll know it when you see it. Here all I've got to do is lift the card straight out, and here is our old video card. This is a 9400 GT. Just not quite power. It's just basically, if we were just watching movies and that was it, it would be okay. But it's just not powerful enough for playing games, even at 720p. So as you can see now, we've got an empty slot there. That is a what we call a 16X PCI Express slot. Now you can see right underneath there, that little bitty white slot, that is a 1X PCI Express slot. Most motherboards have those. They're reserved for sound cards and some modems and things like that. Generally, they don't even get used, but they're there if you ever need them. But so, I'm going to open this new video card up, and we're going to put her in.